Mountains have always captured our imagination, ancient, imposing, and mysterious. Their sheer scale and timeless presence inspire awe, making us feel both small and connected to something far greater than ourselves. For centuries, these colossal landscapes have stood as silent witnesses to the passage of time, their secrets hidden in swirling mists and jagged peaks. Across cultures and continents, we find legends of giants inhabiting these remote peaks. These stories echo from the Himalayas to the Andes, from the Alps to the Caucasus, each culture weaving its own tapestry of myth and wonder around the mountains that dominate their horizons. These myths aren't just bedtime stories. They reflect our curiosity about origins and the unknown. They speak to our desire to explain the unexplainable, to give shape to the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach. When we look up at those distant summits, we can't help but wonder what might be lurking there, hidden from ordinary eyes. The idea of ancient, powerful beings living just beyond civilization is irresistible. It's as if the mountains themselves guard the threshold between the world we know and realms of legend, where giants stride and ancient secrets slumber. Even today, we're drawn to high places, searching for secrets, hunting for yetis, or exploring lost ruins. Adventurers and explorers risk everything to reach these heights, driven by the same curiosity that fueled ancient storytellers. The mountains promise discovery, danger, and the possibility of encountering something truly extraordinary. Mountains are natural fortresses, perfect for legends of hidden peoples and forgotten histories. Their rugged terrain shelters ancient ruins and enigmatic structures, sparking speculation about who built them and why. These places become the backdrop for tales of lost civilizations and secret societies. The line between myth and reality blurs in these stories, especially when mountain tribes seem larger than life. Their unique customs, strength, and resilience in harsh environments often inspire awe and suspicion among outsiders, fueling the legends that surround them. Outsiders from the highlands, tough, mysterious, sometimes formidable, became the basis for tales of giants. Their imposing stature and unfamiliar ways made them seem almost superhuman, and their presence in the mountains only added to their mystique. Storytellers imagined the people of the peaks as something more than human, closer to the gods. The mountains themselves became sacred, places where the divine and the mortal worlds might meet, and where the extraordinary could become real. Let's journey into these legends and uncover the story of the mountain warriors. We'll follow the winding trails into the heart of these mysteries, seeking the truth behind the tales that have endured for generations. From Mesopotamia to Peru, we'll trace the echoes of these myths. Each region offers its own version of the story, shaped by its landscape, history, and people, yet all united by the enduring allure of the mountains. Sometimes the truth behind the legend is even more fascinating. As we explore these ancient mysteries, we may find that reality is every bit as wondrous as the myths themselves. At the heart of giant myths lies the enigmatic legend of the mountain warriors, a people whose stories echo through the ages, shrouded in mystery and awe. These figures are not just relics of folklore, they are the living pulse of ancient imagination, woven into the very fabric of the mountains themselves. Ancient Mesopotamian lore describes them as cave dwellers, primordial, powerful, and deeply connected to the mountains. They were said to have lived in the highest, most inaccessible places where the earth meets the sky, surviving in harmony with the harsh, untamed wilderness. To the people of the valleys below, the mountain warriors were more than just neighbors. They were a bridge between mortals and the divine, guardians of sacred places, or even descendants of gods. Their presence was felt in every thunderstorm, every echoing call across the peaks. Their strength and resilience set them apart, making them both feared and revered. Legends tell of their unmatched endurance, their ability to survive where others could not, and their wisdom in reading the signs of the land and sky. The most enduring part of their legend? They were said to have fathered giants, beings of immense size and strength whose footsteps shaped the very landscape. These tales blurred the line between myth and reality, leaving people to wonder what truths might lie behind the stories. When ancient people encountered imposing tribes or unearthed massive bones, the story of giant offspring explained the unexplainable. The discovery of enormous skeletons or strange artifacts only fueled the belief that the mountain warriors' bloodline was extraordinary. This myth transformed real Highlanders into children of gods, elevating their status and inspiring awe in those who heard their tales. The line between history and legend blurred, and the mountain warriors became larger than life. the mountain warriors became a template for stories worldwide, symbols of power, otherness, and nature's raw force. Their legend traveled across continents, inspiring similar tales in distant lands where mountains rose and mysteries lingered. In every culture touched by towering peaks, echoes of the mountain warriors can be found, etched in stone, whispered in rituals, and passed down through generations. They weren't just characters, they embodied the wild, mysterious power of the mountains. Their stories remind us of the awe and respect these landscapes command, and the mysteries that still lie hidden within their heights. Their legend laid the foundation for countless tales of giants, shaping the way people understood the world around them and their place within it. The myth endures because it speaks to our fascination with the unknown, our longing to connect with something greater, and our enduring wonder at the power and majesty of the mountains. In Mesopotamia, the mountain warrior theme appears in the earliest stories. The Apkallu, semi-divine sages, brought civilizations gifts, while the Anunnaki gods mingled with mortals, producing extraordinary offspring. These children, often kings or heroes, were seen as demigods, giants among men. The mountains bordering Mesopotamia were home to fierce tribes like the Guchians, inspiring tales of supernatural strength. Over time, real mountain warriors became exaggerated into legends. Archaeology reveals fortified settlements in these highlands, showing that powerful societies thrived there. Recent discoveries like the Cock Couch settlement prove that complex mountain cultures existed long ago. These finds link myth to reality. The mountain warriors were inspired by real, formidable people. Their impact was so great they became legends. The Hebrew Bible echoes this myth in Genesis, where the sons of God take mortal wives and produce the Nephilim, mighty men of old. The Nephilim are often interpreted as giants, reinforcing the idea of hybrid superhuman offspring. This story explained evil and corruption before the flood and justified conflicts with formidable tribes like the Anakim. By casting enemies as descendants of giants, the Israelites framed their struggles as battles against something otherworldly. The Nephilim legend adapts the mountain warrior archetype to a new context, divine beings producing giants as symbols of primordial power and danger. The core elements remain: beings from above, unions with mortals, and the birth of giants. It's a testament to the story's adaptability and enduring appeal. In ancient Greece, giants take center stage as the Gigantes, born from the blood of Uranus and Gaia. Their epic war with the Olympian gods, the Gigantomachy, symbolizes chaos versus order. The Gigantes, tied to wild mountains and volcanic islands, embodied untamed natural forces. Greeks found massive fossil bones and saw them as proof of fallen giants. Though their origin differs, the Gigantes share the mountain warriors' traits: superhuman strength, wildness, and a challenge to civilization. Their defeat required both gods and mortals, bridging the divine and human realms. The Gigantomachy is a mythic struggle between wilderness and order. It's another expression of awe and fear of the untamed world. In Norse mythology, the Jotun, often called frost and rock giants, are ancient primal beings who dwell in the untamed wilds of Jotunheimr, a realm of ice, stone, and mystery. They are as old as the world itself, existing long before the gods rose to power. The Jotun personify the harsh, unforgiving Scandinavian wilderness, towering mountains, shadowy forests, and endless fields of ice. They are the living spirit of the land's most dangerous and beautiful places, embodying both its peril and its majesty. The relationship between gods and giants is complex. They are fierce rivals, locked in an eternal struggle, yet their destinies are intertwined. Many gods, including Odin himself, have giant ancestry, blurring the lines between enemy and kin. This mingling of bloodlines echoes the mountain warrior myth. Unions between gods and giants often produce beings of immense power, wisdom, and unpredictability. These offspring shape the fate of both worlds. The Jotun are not simply monsters to be feared. They possess ancient wisdom, incredible strength, and a profound connection to the cycles of creation and destruction. Some are cunning and wise, others wild and unpredictable, but all are deeply tied to the forces that shape the world. Their legendary battles with gods like Thor are more than just stories. They explain the natural phenomena of the north. Thunderstorms crashing against mountains, avalanches, and the howling winds are all echoes of these ancient conflicts. The giants embody the raw, elemental power of the north, untamed, unpredictable, and awe-inspiring. They are the storm, the avalanche, the biting cold, and the endless night. Norse myths reveal how the environment shapes legend, turning the dangers and wonders of nature into living beings. The Jotun are a reflection of humanity's respect and fear for the wild places that surround them. The Jotun remind us that every giant myth is rooted in humanity's awe of the natural world. Their stories are born from the struggle to survive and thrive in a land of extremes. In the end, the Jotun are the living embodiment of the wild, timeless, powerful, and forever shaping the world of gods and men. In the Peruvian Andes, the Chachapoya, warriors of the clouds, became legends in their own right. Fiercely independent, they resisted the Inca and lived in remote, cloud-shrouded mountains. Spanish chroniclers described them as unusually tall and fair, exaggerating their distinctiveness. Their citadel, Cuelap, with its massive walls and cliffside tombs, inspired awe and myth. The Chachapoya weren't literal giants, but their strength and mysterious homeland made them seem superhuman. Their story shows how real mountain warriors become legends over time. History and myth blend in the highlands. Oral tradition transforms history into myth, especially in mountainous regions. Stories of tall, tough chieftains become tales of giants over generations. For lowlanders, mountain people seemed stronger and stranger, perfect material for legend. Each retelling exaggerates differences, turning real encounters into foundational myths. Over time, mountain warriors become archetypes, heroes, kings, or fearsome enemies with superhuman traits. These stories explain monumental ruins, justify wars, and capture the awe inspired by towering peaks. The legend of giants born from mountain warriors is a metaphor for the boundary between civilization and wilderness. It's not about deception, but about finding meaning in the unknown. The myth grows to explain what can't be easily understood. In the end, it's a story about our relationship with mystery. The legends of mountain warriors and giants endure because they speak to our fascination with power, mystery, and the unknown. Mountains symbolize the boundary between our world and something ancient and powerful. Myths pay tribute to the strength of those who thrive in harsh environments. Even today, we're drawn to mountains for adventure, discovery, and spiritual connection. The mountain warrior archetype lives on in explorers and adventurers who push boundaries. These stories reflect our longing for greatness and our belief in hidden potential. The idea that we might have the blood of heroes or giants inspires us. We look to the mountains for the strength and mystery that lies within us all.